starting at Dalkeith Men's Shed back last September. I wasn't here for it. I wasn't here for the genesis of this partnership. But around the time of COVID, the Dalkeith Men's Shed found themselves in need of a new home. And the chair of One Dalkeith said, well, I have a workshop set up as I renovate the One Dalkeith building. Why don't you make that the men's shed? And for us, history was born that day. There's a shop around the corner from here, part of One Dalkeith, where they actually sell some of our creations. And that's a big boon to the boys to go into that shop and just see the shelf that's just the things that the boys in One Dalkeith have made. And you know, we do well. Things sell. We sell bird boxes, we sell 3D printed fidget spinners, we sell towel holders. If you can think of it, we've made it and we've sold it in the shop at this point. Planters and benches that you'll find in the town centre of Dalkeith. I'd like to take all the credit for them, but we did work on them, but with under the supervision of a fellow named John Churchill, who does some wonderful community work. But this is something that you really can't walk through Dalkeith without seeing, and we're very proud to have had a hand in it.
I used to be a technical teacher, so I've got a lot of practical skills. And I retired about 9 years ago, and I wanted to still be able to do that, and I enjoyed teaching. We encourage people to bring in their own things if they want. They don't have to be working on what we want or what the things we're doing for the community.
I'm 66 years old, and I've been in the shed almost a year next Friday. When I first started out, it was a very pushy thing. My wife said to me, why don't you go and try and find something for yourself? And then I thought, well, I'm going to do it. Last year we've started working with Vocal. We started working with Scottish Mining Museum. We ended up hosting a day with the Japanese consulate, talking about the sheds in Japan. We've already spoken to the people in Pokekatan, and they would be delighted to host a summit where we would either share people going across to Japan, or they would come across here. This summit is setting the pace for international sheds. It stands with open door, a refuge from the daily chore, where laughter echoes, tools are shared, and stories boom from lives once spared. Kettle hums, the banter flies, with the sawdust dreams and knowing eyes. Retired hands find work anew, and fixing things and fixing you. I've never been able to do anything like that. I've never been able to put anything like that together, and it's due to this place.
Here since the beginning, almost exactly 2 years ago now, I was asked to help get up and running by Chris Matson. Chris used to run the old Dalkeith Men's Shed around at Kings Park. It was just a small porta cabin with, I think it was about a dozen guys. So I expected it to be the same sort of thing, just maybe a dozen guys pottering about on a Friday. First 8 or 9 months it was like that, and sometimes because of people's age and health, there was only 3 or 4 of us, and it was quite disheartening in the early days, thinking we could not get enough people to come along. It's really grown. We're here on Friday every week, but there's also Tuesdays crop up, and there's other days where we come in just to tidy the workshop or go to the community garden, various local projects where we help out. So yeah, we're very busy.
My name's Duncan Seymour. I'm 56 years old. Obviously not from this area originally, but here I am in Dalkeith. A couple of years ago we were planning on going to Japan, and it's like, well, does Japan have men's sheds? Over time, eventually I tracked down the Sapporo men's shed. They're called Pokekatan. So over time we corresponded and set up a time to meet. So yeah, we sort of talked about the differences in our cultures, and you know, they were curious of how the men's sheds in Scotland were ran. Yeah, their shed, there's only 3 in Japan. It's experimental at the moment. So that's twice now we've had live Zoom meetings with them. So you know, we've definitely got the ball rolling on helping each other out, just learning from each other.
We could effectively be positive male role models for young men, and that's something that we capitalised a little bit on with a relationship that we built up with a local primary school. So for I think six weeks we did a wee pilot where we did 6 weeks, and the boys would come out and they made coasters, they made door hangers, they made little plaques for relatives.
I was in my 20s, I wanted to go travelling a bit, and ended up in New Zealand, where I spent 40 years, and never imagined for a moment that I'd be back living in Scotland. But hey, grandchildren, what they do to you. I was in a men's group that met monthly for about 15 years, and it was very special for us because we just talked about life. Getting into a situation where there's trust there amongst guys, then it's amazing what happens. Guys open up and talk about what's really important. Just discovered this last week actually. I came in briefly last week and I'm back again today. Thoroughly enjoyed it today, seeing a really nice, friendly bunch of guys. So I see myself getting involved in this for sure.
A big thank you to the SMSA for choosing us to win the East-South region. It's a huge honour. Just goes to show